Yo Nation, how you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be discussing which character is the best to summon for, especially that right now we have the second part of the anniversary selector banner, and this banner can be important for a lot of people, especially the people that are kind of confused and just started playing the game. So yeah, I'm going to be talking about each character, and yeah, from a perspective of someone that played the game for almost a year. I'm not going to be specifically going through details because otherwise we're going to be spending hours and hours discussing each character, but I'm going to be briefly talking about my experience with each character and why you should summon for them. Yeah, of course, like each character can be molded for each situation or a specific situation in the game, because WuWa is more like a team-based synergy kind of game, not like a character that can stand out on its own. But yeah, this is something that yeah, we can just like discuss it. So yeah, if you go into the selective banner, you're going to be having different characters that you can choose from. We have the Ginshi, Shangli, Carla, Roshia, and also Brent as well. So yeah, let's talk about Ginshi. Ginshi right now is, or used to be, one of the best characters, and still is, honestly, to summon for. And she's the character that enables me to finish the Tower of Adversity, especially that I started not spending anything in the game. Now, I'm not free-to-play right now, but when I used to be free-to-play, Ginshi is the character that I spend all my free-to-play pool on, and I would recommend you guys summoning for her as well, because this character is such a great character. She's a sentinel, of course, so her power when she first came out was amazing, and yeah, she's just like a burst character, honestly, and she can be paired with such a basic team. In order to make her work, what you have to like to focus on is getting that crit rate and also crit damage higher up, and you have to like to get her weapon in order to get her to work. But other than that, she's such a good character. My team for her right now is such a basic team, honestly, and she's paired with WuWa, and then with WuWa I usually use Verena, which is the character, if you've been playing the game for a while, you probably have, because she's a selector from the basic selector. I just like pair Verena with the variation like rectifier, and yeah, just enable the quick swap basically, because she gets like 10 concrete energy but basically when you use the resonance skill, and yeah, you don't have to like to use his concrete or energy in order to swap or outer skill or whatever. What you have to like to do is press his resonance skill, put it in on the ground essentially, and then switch back to Verena, and then from Verena you can actually quick swap into the actual attack chain of Ginshi, and she's really fun to play. Of course, like each person can argue that she's kind of slow, but honestly, she's a good character if you want to like to go through the Tower of Adversity. She's not great when it comes to doing WuWa. I feel like she's falling behind, especially for the characters that have more AoE damage and so on. And WuWa requires you to like to go through it very fast, which is not the case for Ginshi. But I saw like some people use some sort of like technique that enables her to go through the actual like attack chain faster by skipping like animations and stuff. But I feel like this is something that shouldn't be covered, especially for a basic video where most of people are not going to be using that technique or never heard of it in the first place. But yeah, Ginshi is a strong summon. So if you want to like to go through the tower and you have WuWa and also Verena, I would actually recommend you guys summoning for her, because she's very fun to play. But yeah, next character we're going to be talking about is going to be honestly like Shangli. Shangli is one of the characters that I never used or didn't use to its fullest, because I didn't like her playstyle, honestly, personally. But she is a part of the team where it's called like quick swap, because her you can actually skip a lot of her animations and quickly swap between teams. But yeah, she haven't been my favorite character to use, honestly, so I wouldn't recommend people getting her unless they're going to be summoning for Lupa, which is a character that is supposed to be coming in the second half of 2.4. But now I wouldn't recommend you guys summoning for her, but I don't know, it depends on your like mainly on your playstyle, but she's not for me and I don't like the character. And I used her a couple of times in Tower of Adversity. I couldn't make her work as much as I made the other characters work, honestly, but it could have been that I didn't play her properly. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend. she's very like situational, and also like, yeah, she have to like to be paired with the fusion team and stuff like that, so there is a lot of variables. But unless you're going to be summoning for Lupa, which is a character that is supposed to be coming for 2.4, I think you should get her, because she's going to be sort of like buffing that team. But other than that, yeah, you have to like to be very, very situational, and also you have to like to be very, very good with using the quick swap team. But let's talk about the different characters. It's up to you, I feel like, when it comes to Shangli. But if you feel like you're not going to be using her a quick swap, maybe it's a character to sort of like skip. But yeah, it's up to you essentially. Let's move on to Carlotta. Carlotta is one of my favorite characters. It's a character that I actually got back into the game to summon for. I didn't play the game for like 3 months or so, but when I got back, I actually summoned for Carlotta and her weapon as well, which is great. But I feel like she can use other weapons without using her signature weapon. But if you can get her signature weapon, I think she can be a great add into your roster. And plus, we're going to be getting a bikini skin for her as well, which is great. We don't talk about that. Yeah, she's great, honestly. She's very straightforward. She's very linear when it comes to her play style. You can actually like use her like resonance skill to avoid like attacks. She can actually freeze enemies for split seconds, which enables you to gain a way to like to get away from the actual attacks and stuff like that. And she was the character that I used to clear the holograms. Yeah, she's very, very great, honestly, to use, and she's not that hard. And she could be paired with a lot of free-to-play units, such as like WuWa and Verena. But yeah, you want to like to use also like the Shorekeeper in order to get the best out of her. But yeah, you want to like to focus on crit rate and crit damage when it comes to her echoes. When it comes to like the echoes, she has the Sentry Contrast like as her main. That's what I'm using at least. But yeah, she's very, very fun to play, honestly. And yeah, if you're thinking about getting a character, I would definitely recommend getting Carlotta. So yeah, if you have Ginshi, Carlotta is a no-brainer, honestly. And if you don't have that, you can use her with WuWa and the Shorekeeper in order to get that crit rate and also crit damage. She's very, very fun to play as well, and she's cute while doing it. Rochia is a character that I played the game for a whole year and I didn't depend on, honestly, so I wouldn't like recommend her. She's a good buffer or a good teammate with Camellia, I believe. But yeah, you can actually pair Camellia with WuWa as well, so that's not a big issue. So I wouldn't say she's an essential, honestly. So I would say just skip her. She's not that important unless like you wanted to get the best out of Camellia. But Camellia can be paired with WuWa, and the difference is very minimal. I think like the difference between the damage output is going to be like 10% or so. So I wouldn't say like she's very essential. So if you have WuWa, use her instead and save your pulls for the next big character, especially that Cartethiya is supposed to be coming very, very soon. Now let's talk about Brent. Brent is a character that I haven't summoned on. It's the same with Rochia. These two I didn't summon for, honestly, but I didn't miss that much. He's a good character, especially with the shield and stuff like that, and it's a character that I haven't like got into at all. But he's in the same sort of like category, I would say, like in Shangli. If you want to like to get the best of Brent, you need Shangli and stuff like that, so they intertwine with each other. And it's going to be the same with Lupa as well. I believe like this fusion team is going to be great. Yeah, if you're going to be building that team, honestly, go for it. Why not? It could be fun as well. But yeah, so far, if you're very limited on asteroids, I wouldn't say you should summon for Brent as a character, especially that you just like started or somehow or something. But yeah, I would say like definitely skip, honestly. But yeah, Brent is a very hard character to sell, honestly. But yeah, let me know if you guys like him, and if you use him for a certain team or something. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm always like curious, and you learn something every day. But yeah, there you have it. This is like the small summary of the of each character. I didn't want to like to go into characters like specifically and read their sort of like their skills, because that could be overwhelming, especially for people that don't really know what's happening there. So yeah, I just like wanted to keep it short and simple. But let me know if you guys are summoning, who you're going to be summoning for. But I feel like it's of course like depending on the team that you're going to be building. Because like I said, WuWa is not a one team or a one person team. It's more like a team synergy game. So yeah, let me know what you guys think and which character you're going to be summoning for. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you found this very helpful. And I'll be catching you guys in the next video. Bye bye.